What's up, party people? I'm MoserRS, and today I have a quick guide for you on the level 170 character jump event that's currently going on in Dekaron. Now, this event is going to be going on for another 2 weeks, so if you didn't know about this and you're just watching this video, make sure to jump on and take advantage of this right now. When you create a new character, you can decide to start at level 170, and that saves you a lot of time if you're thinking about getting into this game, so it's a good time to start playing. Anyway, some people were kind of wondering about how to start, so I thought I would show you guys how I start my jump characters. So I went ahead and I made a summoner, because I need to make one of these anyway. So the first thing that I like to do when I make my new jump character is make my way over to our Deca. So I need to go this way, and actually if I go here, I think I can get a mount. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my first box here. And as you can see, there's a flying Nimbus mount for 7 days. I'm going to throw that on, and I'm going to summon that, because then I can get myself right over to the stash that I would like to go to, which is up in this corner, because it's a little bit closer to Karen. So basically what I'm going to be going through is what you're getting in your boxes, and then maybe some ideas of where you should start off in terms of training and stuff like that. Also, like how you should allocate your stats when you start off so that you don't make any mistakes, which is very important. As you can see, this is a very slow version of this cloud, but it works. So we're making our way up to our Deca. You get a lot of time stuff, so you want to make sure that you're not opening up your time stuff unless you're actually going to be using it right away. So I like to hang on to it until I know that I'm actually going to be using it. So I won't be really opening up any of my time stuff in this video. But yes, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go over here. So what I like to do is stuff that I know I'm not going to be using, I just throw into my stash right away. So I opened up my first box, as so. These hero supply boxes, they have fish, teleport stones, and explorer runes, and rice cakes. Now, personally, I don't really use these right away, so I like to just free up my space and just throw them straight into my stash. Fate growth wings, those will be important, but I'm not going to use them this second. Same thing with this. I like to just throw my time stuff down here that I'm going to be using. Like there's a 30-day strongman weapon, which is really good, and holy water, which is also very important when you're starting off here. And then park ice, that's for main quests. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to keep going through these boxes. Camo, I like to throw back here in case I want to do some dailies. Once again, hero supply box, not going to be hanging on to that for now. And I'm going to just keep on going here. So, motorcycle 30-day tier 4, a little bit better than the Nimbus, so I'm going to throw that in there. And then, honestly, I'm just going to throw the Nimbus in there because it'll expire after a few days and it'll be fine. I don't equip the potions right away because you're going to get a bunch of them, so I like to stack them up before I put them all on. Once again, my time stuff that I might be using, I like to throw down here, like for for when you're actually training. But right now, we're just kind of going through it. And then I'll talk about them a little bit towards the end in terms of what you should be equipping. Once again, there's my timed gear. So we're just going to keep going. We're at level 150 now. Soon here, we're going to be getting some weapons and stuff, which will be really nice. The buffs, I don't really use for the most part, at least not right now. Life beads, just in case, nice in case you die. And then we're just going to keep going through the time stuff again. These Red Dragon 15 days and the Strongman Weapon 30 days are extremely useful, so you definitely want to be hanging on to those, especially when you start off and you don't really have a better weapon. Okay, so we're moving on to the next package. Papaya Crystals, those are good to get your Papaya Belt. I don't need those, though. So there's our first set of armor that we're going to be getting. And then once again, wings, which give experience, hero supply, and a weapon exchange ticket, which is also important. And I will hang on to that 500%. Okay. Oh, except I think I accidentally threw my next package in. I did. So we're just going to keep going. Once again, the big thing in the beginning here is just kind of getting everything organized. You can kind of decide what you do or do not want to use. This is just kind of how I do it. I was just kind of hoping to show people how to navigate this for people who haven't played in a while. And I just like to start by organizing everything off, and then we'll kind of talk through it. So the last one that I can open now is the level 170 package. So that's the advanced hero armor. Once again, I don't really even open up the first armor ticket because you're going to get a better one anyway. There's your Meister skill book. So we're just going to throw all this here. Sorry, guys, this is a little bit of the boring part here because we're just kind of going through everything. You get a 15-day perp, which is really nice. You have no choice but to activate this belt, so I usually just throw it on. And we just keep going here. So Holy Water, I keep all those there because I'm going to be using those for battle support. Runes are useful for battle support. Don't want hero supply. And then there's my 175, which I will throw back over here. And then Arcadia Protection if you are planning to go train in Arcadia, which isn't a bad idea. Anyway, so I take the weapon ticket and then the Veteran Armor Exchange Ticket Passage. It gives you 1 3x armor, Divine Noble, but I prefer to just use the Advanced Hero Package, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to open up that Advanced Hero Package. And you'll see that you get a free 1 5x plus 9 set, which is fantastic. I mean, come on. Starting off with 150 plus 9, that's just cool. I'm also noticing it's a little laggy on this channel, guys. I'm going to switch over to non-PK really fast here. There we go. That's a little better. So there's the armor, and then we have a weapon exchange ticket. So I'm going to go exchange that with NPC. I think it's Karen or Wingo. We're going to go to Wingo. Same place. And then you do get a 180 plus 9 weapon as well when you get to level 175. You can see here that Advanced Hero Weapon Exchange box is a 180 plus 9 weapon, so that is really nice as well. But starting off, this is just going to give us a 145 plus 9. So we're going to go to Weapon Exchange, and we're going to hit Exchange, and we are going to be going for, I want the Twin Sword, because this character is going to be a DB, or a Twin Sword character, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to throw that right on there. And as you can see, this one doesn't actually have any stat requirements, which is kind of interesting. In terms of how I like to allocate my stats, I like to just set it up to go straight for the highest requirement that I'm going to need. So I look at the Helion requirements. So for that, I've got it up on another screen here. But I'm going to need 115 dex and 269 strength. So the main thing here is 115 dex. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw that in right away. So 115 dex. And I think this is the highest thing, but I can't remember exactly. So I like to leave some like extra stats hanging around just in case. So, but I will get this up to 115. For my starting characters, I like to start off with 100 heal just because it gives you a little bit of buff. And if you didn't know, you do get 1 free skill reset. So, even if I want to change this later, I can do it for free, so it's no problem. And then I'll throw everything else except for probably about 50 points into strength, because that'll give me some nice damage. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is, once again, how I like to start off my characters. Everyone's a little bit different, but this is how I start. So now we just got to wait for this to count all the way down. Also, you can check the stat requirements for weapons over at the, if you can't find the stat requirements, you could always head over to the NPCs that's located above me. I'll be showing you guys that in a minute as well. And you can find out your stat requirements for your 180 weapon there as well. So I'm just going to leave about 50 just in case I make a mistake somewhere. So 115 dex, bunch of strength, bunch of heal, and we're going to go ahead and hit apply. So that is good. So we're set up there. Oh, I can throw my potions on here now too, by the way. Those are my auto potions that they set you up with. Very useful for when you start. But yeah, you can go to the advanced weapon NPC here. And for me, it would be Vicious Summoner. And then I can look at the 180 and I can see what the requirements are. So it's 109 dex and 255 strength. So that's another good way to start off, right? Guys, one other thing I want to throw in really quick here that I forgot during my initial recording was don't forget about your Jumping Supply Package Exchange ticket, which can be exchanged, I believe, at NPC Karen? Yeah, so once you get to level 180, you can exchange this here, and you'll get a level 180 package, and then you get, from there, you can get a level 185 package and a level 190 package. And those packages have all kinds of good things in them, too, like stuff to help you get your Squama, stuff to help you get, like, spell plumes. It'll give you more holy water, more experience. When you get to level 185 and 191, you even get a Heffron belt and a Heffron bracelet, which are all super useful. So don't forget about your jumping package exchange ticket. And once you get to 180, you can exchange it here at NPC Karen. Now, after you make your character, there's like a couple things, since I'm going through this, why not mention that you should probably grab a couple things over here as well. If I were you, I would immediately go over to Arya, who's the craftsman, and talk to Arya, and I would get yourself a Karen Bell emblem. I would get yourself a Snow emblem, and I would get yourself a bright tier. Oops, I think I picked the wrong thing. Not exchange, sorry, it's on here, I know it is. Sorry, it's the one below that. Bright tier upgrade, receive, so I receive my blurry tier, and then your Deca line ring. And all of these will be really useful for when you start off. Until you do your Meister quest, you won't be able to use these, so I usually put them over here. But these you can both equip right away, and you can start getting materials for upgrading them. When you want to upgrade them, you just upgrade them here. Accessory, Deca line ring. You can see you need seeds to upgrade it, but once it's a higher level, you get monster damage tolerance, and then the tier you use the ghost fragments, which you make into ghosts, and then you exchange here. And then if you get it to the max one for the tier, you get 20% damage, which is really nice when you first start off. Anyway, that's a good starting point. Now, in terms of like the first things you want to do, probably the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to head over to the Materia map here. I'm not going to entirely go through this right now. Or, well, I mean, actually, I can kind of show you guys where you're supposed to go. I mean, this is supposed to be a fairly useful guide. So you're going to go in here, and you're going to want to get your Meisters, like, immediately. Because getting your Meisters is probably one of the most important things. Obviously, you need to set up your stat builds and something like that. And I do have some character builds on my channel for how to build your characters, so you can look those up. But after you've got that all set up, you're going to go straight here to Master Nar, and you're going to start this requirement of the Meister quest. This is important because it's going to get you your Meister skills, which are pretty much your highest hitting skills, unless you get to level 200 and you get your Grandmaster skills. So go ahead, do that quest, and then head back. Now, a lot of people, when they're first starting off, they're like, how do I level? What do I do? So I have multiple suggestions for that. One would be that you could go to some of the main maps like Deadlands or Aquarius or to that Materia map and start doing the main quests. The main quests give you good experience. Also, you should start doing some of your daily dungeons like the Doomed Maze or the solo dungeon in Space of Pilgrimage. That's all really good, and I have guides for those on my channel. But probably the best thing to do, honestly, besides that and doing, like, obviously things like Dead Front are really good for experience, and like IB2 and stuff like that. Probably the best way to do it, guys, is honestly to use battle support. So what you want to do is set up battle support so you can start doing your AFK farming, and then when you activate these holy waters, you have unlimited battle support while these are active. That means you have 21 free days right here of battle support right when you start off. So you could set up in like the Deadlands or in Aquarius, like I said, or Materia or in Arcadia or any of those places, and you can get some runes. You can activate those. You have some percentage buffs, like, so you have 500% right there. And what you can do is you can start farming some of your supplies by exchanging that for stuff like pets over here. You're gonna want a pet pretty much right away, and it's really easy to get a pet. You just go to New Seed exchange option, go to premium, and you can get a pet for 150 seeds, which is really easy to get. Because when you're farming in the field, you'll get these Materia anger fragments, and then you can take those anger fragments and you can exchange them right here for seeds. So and every Materia anger you get 7 seeds for. So it's really not that hard to farm that. And then you can use that pet to pick up drops while you're doing your battle support. So this is like a really good system here. Some other good stuff you can get here. There's 2 Rune Packages. So as soon as you can get those, for they last 7 days each, and they're very useful. And the other really cool thing is the 5-day Rune Package also comes with a Meister 1 skill book. So if you keep getting these over time, you'll get your first Meister skill up pretty fast. And then also you can get a Traveler's Backpack here if you want some more inventory space. So yeah, battle support, Dead Front, all that good stuff. This is a really good way to start off your character. This is definitely how I recommend doing it. And then you can start farming, you can start making money, and you can start enjoying Dekaron. Anyway, guys, I hope this was helpful. I know this was a lot of information, but hopefully for those of you who are, just kind of starting, this will be helpful, and this will get you on your feet on Dekaron during this level 170 character jump event. Once again, this is only going until September 26, 2019, so make sure to take advantage of it before it ends. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or suggestions, as always, you can leave them in the comments. And until next time, guys, take care.